8th of January 2020, 2:53 p.m. My name is James and this is Weird But Wonderful. Welcome to your weekly dose of weirdness and exploration into the minds of strange people doing strange things. On this show, we cover everything from psychology journals and peer-reviewed studies to ridiculous news stories, all in the pursuit of trying to figure out what makes people tick.
Whoa.
On this episode, I'm joined by my GF, my good friend David.
Hi, it's me. I wasn't expecting GF. Okay.
So nice of you to be here.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And on this episode, we're going to do something David and I often like to do. I thought something a little bit different, this week. I thought what we might do is put our finger on the pulse of the internet, find out what's troubling people, and do our damnedest to help make a change.
I want to be extremely clear. When I do take the internet's pulse, I often use my thumb, so I get the reading wrong. Because you know how it's like, it's hard.
Yeah, dog, you're not supposed to do that at all. Goddamn son of a bitch.
Guilty. I don't know what to tell you.
My God.
Sorry.
Obviously, a very special thank you to the Patreon supporters. Patreon.
Thank you, Patreon
supporters, especially our producer, Sam. If you'd like to get your hands on episodes.
Thanks, Sam.
Before they're released, or some extra goodies like our Patreon-only bonus question. That'll be in this episode.
Ooh, juicy.
Or if you'd like to support me and support the show, you can head over to patreon.com/mypixelpersona and become a subscriber today.
Do it.
There's a whole video on there about how it changed from being about the show to me, the creator.
Go check it out.
Oh, also, we're filming this one. So again,
there's video if you want to see that.
If you're a producer-level patron, again, there will be a video episode. And I'm also editing a video episode right now. But anyway, David.
Yo.
Enough house cleaning. This dirty fucking house.
The expression is housekeeping, but sure.
House cleaning.
All right. Fuck
now,
you.
That
felt like you undermined me from the jump, but that's okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Nah.
David, I won £1 million a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming in hot. Yeah, won £1 million.
The money will take some time to arrive, but I don't want to tell anyone.
Okay.
I also don't want to tell my girlfriend of 3 years. I'll use some of the money to buy a house. I was already planning to do so with a mortgage and was talking to my bank, but now there's no need. The rest will probably be going into different savings accounts and index funds. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tell her for the sole reason that she's terrible with money, and I don't trust her with large sums. She's in a lot of debt and took me a year to sort it out for her, so she's making payments to it all. Mm-hmm. Before, she just ignored the letters and kept applying for credit cards. She also spends money nonstop, and I've had to pay her share of the rent multiple times as she went out shopping with her friends or went drinking.
Okay.
There's no such thing as common law marriage in my country, and I'm never getting married, parentheses, which she knows. And so there's no reason for her to know, right?
Ooh, shit, dog. Is that okay? Is his question, should I tell her?
Welcome back to a trusting relationship.
A lot of the questions we get on this program are just people who do not trust their spouse with anything.
And it's like the fact that this isn't the biggest red flag to be like, hey, probably shouldn't be together then.
I hate to be that guy, but if you came into... So £1 million in real human dollars for us is a lot of money.
Hey, Google, £1 million in AUD.
£1 million is approximately 1,909,100.
2 mil.
2 mil.
It's a cool two.
Cool 2 milli.
Here's the thing. That is, for most people, a life-changing amount of money.
Of course.
We've talked about this before. Anything upwards of about $10,000, it's kind of life-changing for most normal people.
Exactly.
It's enough. It's enough to give you like a month's paid vacation. It's a lot of things you could do with it. Like it's enough to change your life.
2 mil.
Huh? I was talking about 10K.
Oh, sorry.
10K.
Yeah.
That's an expensive holiday.
I was gonna say, what are you? It's a lot.
I'm eating gold.
A lot of Coke.
Yeah, it's a lot of very expensive Coke.
Exactly. It's like good shit.
That's a life-changing amount of fucking cash.
Yeah.
Could you imagine rolling out of bed on a fucking Sunday morning, right? And you're not snooping. The alarm's going off and your partner just isn't fucking waking up. You're like, I'll just tap that shit off. And on the lock screen, you see the message from the bank being like, yo, that cool 2 mils come in.
Hey, you're good. That 2 million one is clear.
I would fucking explode. I would spontaneously combust on the spot.
That's basically what I want to know is, right?
I would combust.
So you're in a relationship of going swimmingly, right?
It's going well.
Now, your Jeef, not me, not your good friend.
My partner.
Yeah. Your partner, your Jeef.
Yeah.
She says... she doesn't say that she's won any money. And then maybe there's a letter and you're like, oh, letter for the house,
Yeah.
but it's clearly is not for you, so crime. And then you've whipped out, your shit, and you sorry.
Why is my dick out?
So you take your dick out,
You
and then you open
the letter.
and then you open the letter,
Like you do with that.
and then it's congratulations on your sweet $2 million that you just won. Your reaction.
I don't I think
I couldn't begin to imagine not being trusted so much that you couldn't tell
Yeah.
me that you won a sweet $2 million.
I'm trying to put myself in the headspace of like that happens. Do I call or do I like just sit there in a turtle shock state until she comes home?
Oh, here's what you do. Do
you know what I
You continue to paint them into a situation where like where they do it on TV shows where like they know that they know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, that's so strange. Where did you get the money to go on that lavish holiday?
like she starts buying like too much Uber Eats or something, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that is
Suddenly,
that is the sign.
That's like suddenly really,
Yeah.
really flush with cash.
If someone's ordering a lot of Uber Eats, it's because they just came into a lot of fucking
a lot of money.
Yeah.
That shit's expensive, dog.
And trash.
And
And their service sucks, and I hate
That's
them, and they're
bad.
garbage.
You
and I-
should drive to get your own food, or just buy food from,
Or
make
Deliveroo
cook
it.
your
Just
own-
fucking Deliveroo
cook
it
your
and
own
stop using Uber.
cook your own food, probably. Anyway, I think I'd fall apart. I think I would just literally like not be able to function.
Right.
I think I'd be like, well, that's me eating, shitting, pissing for the day. I'm just gonna lie here and just be shocked.
Right. So no scams come into mind, do you think?
Am I gonna grift her? Maybe.
She's kind of grifting you a little
Well,
bit.
here's the
I'll
thing.
be honest.
Here's the thing.
She's kind of grifting you a little bit.
Now let me think about it. I didn't thought about it from a grift perspective. I wasn't coming out as a
'Cause
grift.
you had your love.
I was in love mind.
You had your love hat
Now
on.
I'm putting my grift pants on.
Yeah, and now that your
And
shit's
it's
out,
got a lot of tools in it.
now that your shit's
My,
out,
my crotchless grift pants.
because you read the letter, now you can put your grift beanie
What's
on.
a grift? A good grift here is to get married, then kill them, and you get the money. That's the most straightforward grift I could think of. Babe, please don't listen to this. I promise I wouldn't kill you for $2 million.
I've never, sorry, just really quickly, I've never been more happy that someone knows my whereabouts right now. That someone is fully aware that you are in my house with me.
There's no cameras in here, though, right?
Yeah, dog, yeah.
I can destroy that one.
That's more unsettling. You're like, oh, well, I can destroy this.
Are there
evidence.
cameras in the hallway and stuff? Like security cameras, you think?
There's security cameras in the lobby, so they defo so you come in.
Fuck. Now I have to... Now I...
Now you have to. Oh,
Now I have
great.
to
Now I have
break
to.
in and delete
oh,
more footage.
good. Now I have
This
to not
became
kill James.
complicated.
Right.
No, I'm still killing you. It's just...
Oh,
there's
fuck
more
me.
evidence.
God
more
damn.
evidence to get rid of.
All right.
I've been rewatching Making a Murderer, so I got
Yeah.
some pretty good ideas of like how I'm gonna get away with it.
See, I've been watching the second season of You, and doesn't really explain how he's getting away with it.
Because
so
the first time it seemed like he should have got caught.
Yeah,
when he killed that woman in the
and
face.
so many different times.
All the
and
murders he did.
and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but there's a scene later where someone else kills someone in sort of the lobby of a building, and
Yep.
no one does anything about that, but no one gets caught. So a lot of good stuff that you can learn from TV is what I'm saying. So your solution is to marry them,
Yep.
and then murder them
Well, that-
to get
no,
the $2
wait.
million.
Whoa,
because
hang
I'm
on.
still because I've been with my girlfriend for 12 years now. Okay, coming up on 13. So I can't imagine
Yep.
that she me killing her essentially just to get a cool $2 million. Because like you said, $2 million is a life-changing amount of money. I don't think it's enough to sort of retire on though.
Interesting. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I suppose it depends how you invest it, but you're right. It is just... It's a threshold of like you could buy property. Hang on, I'm just...
You sick fucking fuck. Are you kidding me?
What?
Your idea is
What?
like, obviously, I guess it's not enough money, but with the right investment strategy, with the right murder and then cover up.
Look, if I pay someone $100,000 to reinvest the rest of it and make me more money, I'm pretty sure I could do that. A really good investment person. I've just realized I don't know what the title is for an investment person.
So much thought that's gone into this that makes me feel like this ain't the first time you're mulling it over.
This improv off the top of the dome. You get me in front of...
No, it isn't. I've seen your improv
Listen,
skills.
you get-
dog shit. It's
You get me in front of a sweet beat and a mic, and I will drop bars for you off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
No, this shit ain't ghost written.
killing my wife, taking the money. $100,000. What?
enough
what
to
is
murder my honey. Anyway, all I'm saying is I
Okay,
got.
maybe he does have good buzz. I take it back. He's probably
He's got buzz.
He's got
Okay,
buzz.
I got buzz.
Buzz.
All I'm saying is,
Hey, David.
no, that was
Buzz.
buzz. All I'm saying is, I think that like it's not a good grift, but it's my first. It was my initial grift. It was my grift gut gave me that. It doesn't make it the best.
You grift, yeah.
My grift gut.
Sometimes it is good to do like a grift gut check,
I think so.
where it's like, where am I? You know, if like I had to grift this sitch,
Yeah.
Where am I? Where's my initial reaction?
Because that one,
from that?
bad grift gut.
Oh, very bad.
Not
grift.
great.
No.
Not great. Because I've A, lost someone that I love very much, and B, there's no guarantee I'm getting that $2 million.
Exactly.
Not a
and,
great grip.
And
Not a great
also, they always look at the spouse first.
It's the first person they check.
Exactly.
I've seen CSI.
I've seen
NCIS. I've seen Criminal Minds.
I've seen the news.
True. I had more TV shows. Did you want to hear them?
I'll take 2 more.
I've seen The Mentalist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen 2011's Numbers. That one was in you
Weakest
didn't like
one.
that?
Yeah. Good that it was on the bottom.
Yeah. Well,
stat.
I was running out.
Yeah.
I've seen. I think that's all the crime
I
shows.
saw the
Crime shows, I know.
the film adaptation of Murder on the Orient Express.
Everybody did it.
Here's my Okay, now that I'm thinking,
Yeah.
what's the author of that book again?
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie. So a very Agatha Christie. Bernard Pivot. Bernard Pivot? No. Bernard Pivot was the guy that asked. He's the French dude that asked the questions.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
You're thinking of Poirot.
Poirot. Fuck me.
That was a journey.
Okay.
Who did you think his name was?
Bernard Pivot. Bernard Pivot.
Bernard Perot.
No, Bernard Pivot was the guy that
Pivot.
does, he like interviews actors and he has like
Okay.
he has a set list of questions that he asks them, like what's your favorite sound, you know?
Sorry,
or,
that was a
what's your favorite word, that kind of thing. And then we finally got to Poirot.
You mean Monsieur Poirot?
I mean
the French detective.
Exactly, I absolutely mean Monsieur Poirot. So anyway,
What was that pronunciation again?
very simple, Monsieur Poirot. And now, so moving on.
Just check.
So now my solution is,
Yep.
what if me and 12 other people all stab your girlfriend to death?
Okay.
And
Yep.
now it's like, who done it?
Well, do you each get $1 million? Wait, no, there's $2 million. I assume that was 12 million.
Google, 2 million divided by 12.
The answer is 833.
No, it isn't, because you thought that I said 10 million.
Yeah.
And you're dumb and you're stupid. So let's not talk again.
Don't be mean to Google. It's true. It's doing its best.
So my grift obviously is you get a whole bunch of people
Yeah.
together and then you all want to kill them and then you don't know who actually killed them and then I kill everyone else and I get the money. It's a lot of dead bodies.
In this situation, I think the hardest. She's bad with money. Is the weird over clarification he felt the need to provide in this question. He or she felt the need like that. Yeah. The level of doubling down that they are bad with money. It's like you are justifying to yourself why you should not tell this person about the money.
Yes.
I think if you feel this way, just break up with them and keep the $2 million. If I'm thinking about it now, if I woke up tomorrow and I won any amount of money,
You'd want to share it with the person that you love.
I'm unemployed right now. If I won $10 tomorrow, I would be telling the person I love. I'd be like,
Let's go get a coffee.
let's get a coffee.
Michelle.
On me.
Exactly.
And I'd be excited.
Exactly.
Regardless of the amount of money.
Thank you.
I think in this situation, you either need to break up or leave the country and change your name. And fake your own death.
Everything comes back to faking your own goddamn death with you. Okay?
I've been rewatching The Simpsons. I just saw that
Two
episode
things
where
with
Homer...
two consistencies with the David McNeil brand.
That's not true.
Puppy play
No.
and fucking killing himself.
I liked it. Well, I'm not killing myself. I'm pretending to.
My mistake.
Yeah. I'm not...
David, the people's response.
God.
Crab 90.
Wait, what platforms do we know? Where what platform this was on? It doesn't. Was this just
A myriad of platforms.
Okay.
I am like a magician. I do not reveal my secrets.
So it's
It's
platform,
from Reddit.
Platform agnostic. Okay.
Crab 90 says, you don't need to give her access to the money. Parentheses, it's yours to do with what you like.
We agree.
But not trusting your own girlfriend of 3 years to know such a significant event in your life is problematic and signals giant trust issues.
Yeah.
A middle ground, you could tell her you won some money and that you're planning on buying a house with it, you don't need to say the amount, but be clear you're putting it on a house, and it doesn't mean you suddenly have a lot of additional disposable income. That one is, in my mind, completely fucking devoid of reality.
Wait.
And there's absolutely no way that you could tell someone. Imagine saying to your girlfriend, babe, I want some money. Don't ask how much it is.
Wait.
Second, I'm buying a house.
Wait.
None for you.
Wait, how much did you win?
Is this you being my girlfriend?
Yeah, how much did you win?
Don't worry about it. It's money's money. Don't worry. Shut your mouth.
Well, I have money problems. How much did you? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah.
You.
Look. I
don't want us to fight right now because you just came into some money, and I feel like you should be celebrating that. But
okay. Here's one for you. 1-2 milli. None for you. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.
Are you breaking up with me?
I'm taking a finances divorce.
Here's the thing.
There's
no
way
version of that conversation ends with you guys being together. I'm with you. That's fucking crazy talk. You know I'm like racking my brain to find a way for this conversation to end with any version of events that isn't okay, goodbye forever. There isn't one. Unless you go, I won 2 million, I've paid off your credit cards, please don't fuck up again. Do you know what, I don't know how,
right.
You know what I mean? Because,
Downvotes Animals says in response to Crab 90, wow, literally couldn't disagree more. It's well documented that people's opinions of you change when they realize you have money. I'd even suggest that one's relationship with a girlfriend is likely to end in such a scenario. Absolutely, the best course of action for this unmarried man is to invest in his relationship. If he's invested in his relationship, is to stay the course and not introduce such a volatile variable. Such knowledge is bound to modify the motivations of even the most noble young lady. A little strange.
Got a little.
Sounds like the girlfriend is bound to benefit greatly from the funds, regardless if she knows about his winnings anyway. In my mind, this is a clear win-win.
Hang on. So what the suggestion there is?
The solution is shut your fucking gob, right? Buy the house. And don't know how you would have to do. You would have to do some kind of Breaking Bad, Walter White mental gymnastic bullshit.
No, because
to not explain to your significant other that
he's already trying to buy a house.
Babe, it's cool. Just did deals, wheelings and deals.
No, he's already planning to buy the house.
Yeah.
So you don't need to explain that. But what I'm saying is, if you do this,
so make it out like you've got a mortgage. Is what you're saying?
Well, because he's going to get finance. Well, I'm not saying. I don't know. Just say like I bought. She may not understand. I don't know how dumb this person is. She can't do fucking credit cards. Maybe she doesn't know what a mortgage is. I don't know. But if you do this, if you take this guy's suggested action, you are never sleeping again in your entire life. That is the first thing I would think about every single time my head hits that pillow. That $2 million burning a hole in my brain that I haven't told this person about.
Right. So in your mind, this is like Edgar Allan Poe's a telltale
heart. It's like
heart.
a telltale heart. Yeah, it's under the
floorboard.
It's under the mattress or something, and every time it's like, thump. I would never be able to sleep. That's fucking crazy.
Okay.
Don't tell her. Nothing will change. I think something's going to change.
First of all, I think that, look, $2 million can buy you a lot of counseling. It can buy you...
a lot of therapy.
And you're talking about how, how could I possibly sleep at night? Well, I can buy a much comfier bed. I
can buy a lot of Valium.
Oh, no, it's so hot in here. Well, then buy a chili pad, which I would absolutely purchase.
What's a what?
A chili pad is like a thing that goes into your bed so that you can individually... so you can even have... One on her side, one on your side, right? And you can set the temperature that you want your side of the bed to be, and it oscillates water and cools it down or whatever.
Did jelly pad? Hang on, just give me a sec.
Okay, you got it.
Whoa, dude, I want one. That's sick.
I would if I had the dosh to buy one of these bad boys and import it because everything sweet's from America. Would definitely get one. And that's how you sleep soundly
sweets from America. Dude, that's so cool. Never wake up hot again. From athletes to hustlers. Hustler. We want to help every individual accomplish their dreams, pun intended. Really. Chili actively manages the body's temperature to deliver magical dream sleep. The results begin the first night.
David, I want magical dream sleep, please.
So do I. They're not that dude, yeah, you can set different temps on different sides. Oh my God. Also, can I read you... Can I read you one of the how they have testimonies and stuff?
Hit me with it.
I want to hit you with this testimony. This is from Business Insider, the magazine. Quote, Of all the advice I've ever been given in my books and podcasts, the chili pad had the biggest impact on the quality of my life.
Yeah.
It's not advice,
do you know
it's a product.
Do you know where they got that advice from?
Where's that?
Well, his name rhymes with Schmim Ferris. Tim Ferriss.
Tim Ferriss.
Tim
Cool, Tim Ferriss. He said get that one to buy that chili pad. Now I just want one of them. What were we talking about? Sleeping and not sleeping. Well, you've got another answer there?
David, I live in a shared accommodation.
Mm-hmm.
There are 8 people in my house, but we all have studio flats, so we never see each other.
Okay.
This is kind of crazy.
Right.
I don't even know anyone's name in my house, just what they look like. I went to the toilet roughly at 3 a.m. last night and heard one of my housemates bawling her eyes out on the phone outside my room.
Oh, God.
And she was heading to her room.
Oh, God.
Quote, Ben just cheated on me. After 3 years, I just caught him, is what she overheard.
Oh, God.
Understandably, she was extremely upset.
Yeah, weird.
She went into her room and cried even louder, which I found a little annoying.
Whoa!
As I
what?
was as I was ready to sleep. It's 3 a.m. Shut up in there!
What do you mean?
It ain't every day Ben cheat on you, but I'm trying to fucking sleep, Cheryl or fucking Lauren. I don't know any of these people's names.
What do you mean? It's kind of okay. Fuck, that's hectic. All right, yeah, okay, I'm with you. Jesus,
For probably an hour, all I could hear was her crying.
weird.
And the odd word here and there. It was doing my fucking head in.
Oh boy.
So I had to knock on the door and ask if she could be quiet.
Sorry.
David.
Sorry. This is it now. 4 a.m.
Hey,
Sorry, hang on.
Lauren. Yeah, hey, Lauren, it's me or Beth. Sorry, what's your name?
Carol. I don't know.
Jacqueline. Cool. Hey, Jacqueline. I'm Bethany. Anyway, 3 a.m. Do you think you could just keep it down just a little bit?
I think you could pause your mental breakdown
do you
about
think-
that person you love cheating on you and you've been with them for 3 years.
Did you think you could probably... I know it's like, I hate to be that person. But it's like, also maybe you're a little bit inconsiderate because there are like 7 other fucking people that live in this house. So maybe if you could, just be a little bit quieter, that'd be great. Thanks, babe. And then one of those, simple. That was
Door
a lot
closed.
easier than I thought it would be.
That was really straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. You psychopath.
That's pretty simple. It's obvious she's upset, but there are other people in the house that have to hear all of this.
The fuck?
I know you're upset, but fucking 7 of us have ears.
I'm having a lot. Okay. Oof.
Jacqueline, there are 7 people and 14 ears in this house. If you could shut up for like a second, that'd be great. Thanks, hon. An hour and a half passed, and it didn't quiet down.
Wait. Did they go talk to him?
Well, yeah, she said, it's obvious that she went in and said, hey, could you be quiet?
Sure, okay,
It's
yeah,
obvious
yeah.
that you're upset or whatever, but
shut
there are
the
other people
fuck
in this
up.
house
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you could shut
Very considerate.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth,
Shut
Jacqueline.
your face off. Yeah.
An hour and a half passed, and it didn't quiet down. So it's about 4:30 in the morning at this point.
Yeah.
She'd had enough. Oh. So she went back to the room
Oh god.
and said the words that I don't think another human being has ever said to another human being.
Okay, deep
And I
breaths,
quote,
James.
can you please cry more quietly? I can't sleep because all I can hear is you. She just shut the door on me.
I wonder why. Could you, another human who is going through what is arguably a pretty traumatic moment in your life that's going to take you approximately 5 years to recover from, cry more quietly?
Yeah.
It's 4 in the fucking morning. What do you mean? Sorry, James. I've thought about this for just a minute here. I've been sitting here stewing, listening. I've been like, I don't know. What? Sorry, it's above. I need it to be below negative 17 decibels. That's the wall thickness. This is going to come through.
Right,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
very well soundproof. We give you below negative 17. You can cry all you want. You know what? Put your face in the pillow. Put your face in the fucking lawn. I don't know. Go into the cupboard and cry. Right? There's a bit more insulation. Whatever you have to do, just cry a bit more quietly because you are soul broken and heartbroken. It's 4:30 in the morning and you can't sleep because you are so upset about the phone call that you got at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
letting you know that Ben, your boyfriend of 3 years, cheated on you.
Yeah.
And you are so physically upset by this that you
Yep.
cannot sleep nor can you stop crying because you are in hysterics.
Exactly.
What I'm asking you to do
Yeah. If you could.
is cry more quietly.
Yeah. And it's also like, hey, Jacqueline, it's also super fucking depressing. So if you could also just quietly shut the fuck up, that'd be great.
I'm just going to do the podcast from the table. 'Cause I'm done with humanity.
I know it's an upsetting situation to be in, but I don't know. I feel like she shouldn't be keeping random people up because of her personal situation.
She lives there.
Can you believe this person exists?
She lives in that flat.
Dog, like, and what's so crazy about this is this person is like, look, I get it, but also shut the fuck up. It's like, well, then you don't get it.
Clearly
well,
don't.
then you don't fucking get it.
You
then
clearly
do you?
don't get it.
This is someone who's just trying to keep up appearances. Like, hey guys, I'm definitely not a psychopath, but also emotions are fucking annoying. So if you could just shut the fuck up, dog.
Sorry, could you just turn them off for a minute? Because I'm trying to sleep.
Could you be sad about this maybe between like the hours of like 8 a.m. and
could you
like
be sad about this
9 p.m.
once I've left for work?
Yeah, that'd
during
be
business
great.
hours, 9 to 5 would be great. Wow.
Ben Damarum says, obviously the people's response. We want to know what the people's
Not the
response
same
is.
Ben, I hope.
Ben Damarum says,
Yeah.
yes, you are an asshole.
Good.
Putting a pillow over your head. Put a pillow over your head and muffle your ears or something. Telling someone to be less emotionally distressed because it's inconvenient to you is a dick move.
It's a good
Pretty
point.
standard. Pretty standard
It's a good
response.
response.
Darth Hufflepuff says,
Wait, can I just say on that note of the pillow thing?
Yep.
You might also want to pop your headphones in and listen to a little podcast I've heard called We're Wonderful.
oh, thank you so much.
It's going to put you to sleep. That's how bad it is. Fucking got him.
Piece of shit.
I've bloody...
Darth
Suck
Hufflepuff
if you
says, wow, you are an asshole. Also, I've heard of this podcast called Up for Artists. Don't listen to it. It's a piece of shit. This is her home space, and she
Wow.
found out... What's that?
Wow, that was weird.
This is what Darth Hufflepuff says.
He said
It's
that
so
on-
strange.
on Reddit.
Yeah. He said it on Reddit,
That's a nice
yeah.
name drop for our podcast, at least.
Darth Hufflepuff says, wow, you're an asshole.
Yeah, definitely.
This is her home space, and she found out she's being cheated on. She's not throwing a party. Sometimes you can't control how your emotions get out of you.
Yeah.
Get out of you. Like you can't help they come. Sometimes like, they just sort of come out. You know, I can't help it.
This one's coming out of my foot. I wish it would stop.
If you can't sleep, just get some earplugs for a couple of nights and maybe get some empathy as well.
Fucking got him.
Burn.
That was a good little drive-by ending. Little
Yeah.
like fucking fit. Drop the mic kind of moment. Get some empathy as well.
So,
Bitch.
I mean, I just...
I
do you ever
cannot
think
fathom.
like some people are so devoid of empathy that it's like, I don't know if we can help you.
There is a threshold where I'm like, I don't think that you know enough about the fact that other people exist
Yeah.
for...
Dog, this is night 1. I could understand like if this is like night 6 and you're like,
Oh, if this
dude,
is month 4
you're
or
like,
something.
oh my God,
Yeah.
man. You're like, I know that it's like really, but it's like, I really need to sleep. But I get that. This is like,
It just happened.
it just happened.
This is like-
it's been an hour. Like, are you good?
It's been probably less than that. Here's the thing: is we've solved this problem very well in video games, where if you're a cheater, McCheaterson, they make it so you can only play the game with other cheaters in some games, which is like a pretty good punishment.
Yeah.
With like, well, you're a cheaty McCheater, you go play with other cheaters.
Yeah.
We should just all the unempathetic people should have to live in the same condominium
We
together,
vac ban all
Yeah.
of the people who
and they have to live in the same studio walk up with 12 people in them.
yeah.
Um,
And they're all loud, annoying,
Yeah.
selfish cunts.
and when you tell them to stop, they're like,
they're
"It's
like,
not
hey,
my
fuck you. No.
yeah, exactly."
hey, how about go fuck yourself,
Yeah.
Jacqueline, Bethany. I can't remember the
Jethany,
Jethany, get the fuck out of my room.
get out of here, Jethany.
Fuck. Jethany, you come in my room again, I'm gonna stab you. All right? You've
blocked-
been warned.
You bit Jeffy. This is my private prop because they all abbreviate everything. Just that was a journey, James. That was a journey.
David, for years, my boyfriend of 7 years has given me unthoughtful Christmas gifts. So this past Christmas, I told him I didn't want to exchange gifts with him because I don't want another reason to be upset and that it would just be easier that way. You know?
Oof, all right.
He begged me to get him a gift and asked for a certain item. And he said that he would get something for me as well. So that seems pretty fair. You know, he's like, please get me a gift.
Please buy me a copy of Naruto Ninja Storm on the Xbox 360.
So I agreed and I ordered him a gift and had it wrapped before Christmas.
Yeah.
He ended up not getting me anything.
Oh boy.
10 days later, still nothing. So I told him to forget about it and I'd keep his gift for myself. Strange that you would tell them that.
Is that how that works? You can just take it back?
Yeah, you can keep it. Yeah. Well, there's re-gifting.
I don't think you can just take the gift back, though.
I think you can. I think you can if you can re-gift something, I can redirect gift
Yeah,
something.
but she doesn't even have a PlayStation 4. She can't play The Last of Us.
Maybe
What's
it's
she gonna do
maybe
with
it's a sweet Nintendo DS or something. I don't know.
Ah.
PSP, you know? Yeah, so she said, you know
Okay,
what?
yeah,
Fuck it, I'm keeping it.
That makes sense, yeah.
Right? He made me feel like I was being an asshole for not waiting longer.
Yeah.
If he was struggling financially, I'd get it. But he just spent the last week in Vegas gambling and now has no money and owes me 2 months' rent and utilities. Am I being an asshole for being fed up with his selfishness and keeping his gift?
That was a lot of information to drop at the end. So he's been in Vegas.
Look, it's very simple, okay?
Yeah.
Look, my beef sucks, okay?
Yeah.
Sucks at gift giving.
He's bad at it.
Right? And Christmas time just passed.
Easier, we don't want to do it. Easier to say no.
Yeah, and he said, you know, bing, bang, boom, you know, you suck at giving gifts. Let's avoid the whole disappointing thing. We don't get gifts for each other. Please, babe, give me a gift. All right, I'll get you a fucking gift. I'll get you something too. All right, we'll get each other a gift.
Why commit the
Here's
other
the thing. She's like, hey, got you a gift. And he's like, oh, I got you nothing. Business as usual. And then she's like, well, you know what? It's a pretty rad gift. I'm going to keep it for myself. And he's like, yeah, bitch. And then she's like, well, no, you know, you didn't get me anything, so I want to keep it. He's like, bah. And then
What happened next?
and then she's like, look, you know, I'd get it if he was, was like struggling financially or whatever. But mate, you just spent 2 weeks in Vegas gambling away all your money, and now you still owe me 2 months rent and utility.
And then what did he say?
And then he says, why I oughta like that.
What? Why is he an old Italian gangster in this situation? Is that just a coincidence?
Why wouldn't he be?
True.
Because the characters in my story can be any character I want them to be.
I ordered it on Amazon. I went to the wrong. I can't do the accent, but like
Sorry. No. No. We'll pause. We'll pause for a second. Let me
do this to myself.
let me get your. What accent did you say I was doing?
Like
an old Italian man? Yeah. Maybe if I could get from you your because like you do podcasts and stuff, and
Yeah,
you know
I did a lot of vocal
you're a man of entertainment, you know. So if I could if I could get from you, sort of your best Italian gentleman, that'd be great.
Now?
Did you? Yeah, right now. Did you need me to provide you with like a setting or a context or anything, or are you just you've got your own sort of context in mind? Okay, you're sounding a little bit like Kevin Spacey at the moment for some reason.
Hang on,
you sound like House of Cards Kevin Spacey.
I'm old Italian. How do they sound? Italian? I don't know. That's not.
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I'm Italian.
Well, I don't know, but the Zara shoes. Then it's like sliced alone somehow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
went
you're
to the
doing.
clothing store and they didn't have what I was after. Let's get the big match coming up.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It never became. It was never Italian. But apparently, it's not a bad Sylvester Stallone.
Right, but I don't.
Been in a lot of movies.
That's great, but I don't want you to do a Sylvester
cool.
Stallone impersonation. I want you to do just an Italian gentleman.
Mamma mia.
Also, you've gone. Okay,
Yeah.
you've gone a dark road.
Gangster. I'm an Italian gangster.
They're not all gangsters.
It's still
okay?
Sylvester Stallone.
Jesus Christ, mate. Why is everything you do
I don't
Sylvester
fucking
Stallone?
know.
Why?
It's me, Sylvester Stallone. Wait. You know
How
what?
about you do her speak, not Sylvester Stallone? Literally do any other voice.
It's me, Christopher Walken. I'm over here. I'm walking over here.
Yeah, okay.
I've been in a lot of movies in my career, and I gotta tell you,
you had such a repertoire of characters under your belt. But if you could just pluck out for me an Italian gentleman, I would be very appreciative of that.
Give me a setting.
You're at a deli or a coffee shop.
Yep.
Maybe you're ordering,
Hey, can I get 2 flat? No, it's gonna be like
Holy motherfuck! What was that?
Can I get a 2 flat whites? Huh? Yeah.
You know what? Go on. We'll give it a C minus. We'll give it a passing grade.
And a pound of flesh while you're at it, Big Johnny. I want you to come in there. I want you to give me that money. I'm tired of hearing your excuses all the time. Johnny Squeals over there. You know?
Yeah, it got better.
Yeah, there you go. Thank
But
you.
I still give it a C. You get a passing
The fact
grade.
that it took me 10 minutes to get there is not a good sign.
Yeah. I
On the plus side,
I personally enjoyed the journey.
I've just discovered I can do a good Christopher Walken, so it's good to have in the repertoire.
That was good. Yeah. And you can do a somewhat recognizable Sly Stallone, which is
It's enough like Sly Stallone that you could confuse it for him, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. But Christopher
We'll have
Walken.
to. It's so weird because like maybe as like sort of a bonus episode one time, we'll have to get not Sly Stallone, but just an Italian gentleman on the podcast. I see, because occasionally I do Southern Dandy.
You do, which is quite good.
Yeah, and
I'm fond of that one.
some people actually have asked for there to be more Southern Dandy.
Which they're wrong with.
Troy specifically asked for more.
I've got to
Southern
say,
Dandy.
I find it to be the most insufferable part of the program that you do.
Well, I'm glad that that's the most insufferable part because it's such a rarity on the podcast.
I know.
So, which means
It's pretty
that
rare.
the rest of it is so
My
palatable
favorite,
and great and amazing.
It's great. What I would say before we move on briefly from that nightmare.
Joy, but yep.
Sorry?
It was a joy.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, like, you putting me on the spot like that with the Italian accent, that kind of felt like being attacked. I felt attacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting because listening to it felt like an attack on my senses.
On your ears.
Yeah.
I can get that.
Well, and my eyes because I had to look at it as well. Yeah.
And if you're watching
and I had to
the video,
I almost feel like hearing it would have been better, but I had to physically watch you physically find it. And that to me, it was sort of a whole new level. And
One thing-
for some reason, just really quickly, for some reason, if you're not watching the video, which you absolutely should,
You
see David's impression of an Italian gentleman, which was
there was some hand gestures.
best thing of 2020, even though it's January, I'm calling it. He. For some reason, his Italian gentleman does the OK sign and twizzles it a lot. He goes, get us some me a coffee or something. Like, it's very...
An element of this show that has been lost up to this point is there is a lot of facial expressions that James gets to see that you don't get to see.
A lot of visual...
There's a lot of me trying to dig myself out of shit.
Yeah.
That does happen. But do we want to quickly drive by the Cora corner?
Well, I just wanted to quickly find other people's
we got some responses.
Which was... if he 8866 says you're the asshole to yourself,
played yourself
because you should be out here not fucking with some guy who's a dipshit.
Don't fuck with the guy.
Ruthless Bunny says you are the asshole for being with a selfish, thoughtless, trifling idiot. What? He hasn't paid rent for 2 months, insisted on exchanging gifts. The fuck? Why are you with him? Why are you his doormat?
Yo, first of all, that is a big assumption. This is something that I've noticed, like, that is, especially in that scenario where it's a woman who's the breadwinner and then the man who is not doing that. There is this wild assumption that, like, he's using her or whatever. I wouldn't have let him go gambling, probably. Yeah. That's probably, like, that's a bridge too far for me.
Yeah, it's someone who is literally gambling away their money.
The gambling thing is
owes you 2 months rent and utilities.
The 2 months rent thing, like that's not. I'm not. If he owes you 2 months rent, do not let him then go gambling with your money, I'm assuming. Or if it's his money, then fuck him off. But like, it's that assumption of like, well, it's your fault that he's using you as a doormat. Maybe he's just the fucking worst.
Yeah, also, have you heard of, I don't know, this is a crazy concept that not a lot of people have heard of. Have you heard of lying?
It's something a lot of people do.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, so strange. We literally had a question where someone was lying about 2 milli.
2 milli.
2 milli.
Two big ones.
Didn't even want to tell anyone about that.
So
and meanwhile, it's like he could be lying about the dosh.
Anything. He could
Ruthless
be saying
Bunny?
He could be saying, I'm flush with cash from my gambling. I'm gonna get you a really cool Xmas Chrissy gift. You know? And then he didn't.
No, he didn't. He gambled.
He really gambled all of them. So he maybe has a gambling problem.
So I guess the solution there is
therapy.
Probably
gambling therapy.
Maybe get him a future present for him could be a gift guide. You know what I mean? Like a gift giving guide.
Do they do like classes? You know how like you can go and learn like how to make pottery and stuff. Can you go to a class where they teach you how to like buy people gifts? If not, cut this out of the podcast. We're doing
obviously
that.
Hole in the market.
Obviously, hole. Yeah, and we got to patent that.
Speaking of which, by the way, if you want to go like learn to throw pottery, that's what they call it. You want to slang.
That's what they call it in the biz.
Yeah, in the biz they call it slang and clay.
They say throw pottery.
They say slanging that mud.
They definitely say.
They say slanging that sticky yak. That's what they say. So if you want to go slang that sticky yak and learn how to do that, very expensive actually.
Yeah, I know.
Which is ludicrous. It's It's a lump of shit on a wheel, dog. And you've got a fucking oven that gets real hot. Why is all of this worth $500?
Do you not want to Make yourself a little bowl.
Of course I want to make myself a little bowl, so I'm going to go learn how to do pottery. Why do you think I want to slang that sticky ick in the first place?
Custom bowl.
That I'm making. I don't pay someone $500 to the pleasure. And here you go, James. Welcome to our teppanyaki restaurant where, yes, $500, please, and you will be cooking everything this evening. You're like, sure, because I really suck at it. And they're like, oh, sorry.
Sorry, you still owe us $500, even if it's
still
bad.
$500.
Especially if it's bad.
Yeah, you overcooked that Wagyu, did you? That $40 piece of Wagyu? Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, still $500.
This has nothing to do with the show, does it? You just have a problem with... You're just upset about pottery.
Yeah, I'm just upset.
Okay, I just thought we'd just check. Just wanted to check.
Let's get out. Let's jump into it.
Should we relocate ourselves to the core corner?
Yeah. Explain to people what this whole...
This is a segment that I've been trialing the last time we've done this, and the basic concept is Quora.com is the scum and villainy and hive of the internet, where the faux intellectuals of the world go to argue about stuff that can easily be Googled. 90% of the answers to these questions, it's like Yahoo Answers. You put a question up, someone answers it. The thing that is different about Quora is the answers never have anything to do with the questions. So you could be asking someone like, what do you do? How is the best way to fix a twisted front bumper on a car? I hit a thing. How do I fix it? And someone's like, well, the first thing you've got to understand about Vietnam. Like, they just never have anything to do with the
So it's not even
question.
about, like, well, if you'd have taken some defensive driving courses, you never would have gotten it. Yeah.
It'll be some bullshit about, like, when they were in Vietnam 24 years ago, they had to fix a flat tire. And it's just
Jesus
like,
Christ.
never has anything
Yeah.
to do with the answer.
So it's like
And-
it's like a platform of people looking for ways to humble brag.
Exactly. And what we're doing is we're pitting James against Quora. So currently Quora is 1 up. James has got 0.
Unfortunately, Quora is winning.
Quora's got one big old mark
It's
on the
only
board.
it's 0-1, 1
Yep,
point to
which is
Quora, but still I'm
not good.
very upset about it.
And the way the segment works is I'm going to give you 3 options, A, B, or C.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you the question. You have to choose between A, B, and C. What type of answer you think was provided on this website full of awful people.
Okay.
Just the worst part of the internet. So the question this week comes from Becky Blanton. And the question is, how should you thank someone if they offer to pay for your lunch? So they just use out for lunch and they go, yo, man, I got this. Don't worry about it, dog. Don't trip, dog. Don't even pull that wallet out. I'm paying for this one. Here are your options. Answer A. The response is focused entirely on an anecdote about something unrelated that never loops into food or payment whatsoever.
Okay.
Completely unrelated anecdote. B. Tells a story about buying someone food and sex being offered in return that never ends up being close to anything that could be vaguely construed as advice.
Shit. Okay.
Or C. Answer tells you never to accept anything for free and that you're an idiot for doing so. Quick recap. A. Completely unrelated anecdote that never has anything to do with food, lunch, or payment. B. Telling a story about buying food and then it ended up being about sex. Or C. You shouldn't accept anything. You're a fucking idiot.
See, okay, first time we did this,
Yep.
I went with an answer that was similar to C, right?
Yeah, very
Where
much so.
I thought it was going to be
Just completely dismissed.
an elitist dipshit come in slanging their piece
Yeah.
around, really laying pipes, slanging that sticky X. It's
not what laying pipes
And
means.
so,
It's not what laying pipes means.
so after they got done, laying their fat old pipe, which,
No.
I thought, well, that's because that was my, I guess, misunderstanding of what I thought Quora was. I thought it was just elitist dipshits coming in against slanging their.
It's
fat
not
old pipe.
that. It's not that. It's more complicated.
So I'm gonna rule out C just because the first question that we had, I went with a C-like answer. And
You did.
Ended up
It was
being
completely
totally
wrong.
correct.
Yeah.
So
Left with A and B. So A is unrelated anecdote and B is buying food and it being about sex. But it's never advice.
I don't see my experience, and I have very limited experience with Quora. But as far as I understand, it doesn't delve into fucky fuck territory very often.
Yeah.
So purely with that in mind,
Yeah.
I will have to go with A, just because I don't think someone on Quora is going to
Talk about.
talk about land pipe.
Okay. I'm just going to read you the answer and you can decide for yourself whether you were correct.
Okay.
Quote, this is the answer from 9th of October 2019.
Just give a refresher on the question.
So the question was, how should you thank someone if they offered to pay for your lunch with them?
Okay.
The answer we got was, I once went to McDonald's with a guy who bought me a cheeseburger, but didn't order anything for himself. After I ate and we left, he said, "Now you sleep with me." I laughed and said, "No thanks, I'm not for sale. And if I were, it'd cost you a whole lot more than a cheeseburger and a soda." That's the whole answer.
Fuck.
So you're wrong.
See,
yeah.
but see, do you know what's kind of good about that is they gave you an example of how not to thank someone for
so
their meal.
weird. But you know what they didn't do? Answer the fucking question.
They kind of did a little
Not
bit.
really.
They in a roundabout way they said, you know what, you're thinking about taking someone out for lunch, you want to thank them for
James,
here's what you don't do.
How do you build a house? If I said to you, here's how you don't build a house, you don't just piss in the sand, that doesn't help me build a fucking house.
Well, I guess not.
So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is Cora 2, James 0.
Fucking shit.
And with that, we wave a gentle goodbye to the Cora Corner. Thanks for having us, guys.
And a gentle goodbye to this episode.
Gentle goodbye.
That's going to do it for this episode. Head over to One Weird Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with all your goings on. If you're a patron, stick around because there will be a patron-only exclusive question that's coming up after these little outro bitty bits or whatever. But again, a very special thank you to the patrons, Shane, Sam, and our producer, Sam. It means the world to me that I have your support. And if you're digging what I'm doing here and you want to show your support, you can head over to patreon.com/mypixelpersona. Become a patron today. Again, you get your hands on early episodes, and depending on the tier, you can get video now and a whole bunch of extra goodies. I want to start using it as a blog as well for people who aren't patrons, so there's you can go read sort of like behind the scenes stuff over there as well.
So
but
worth it just for the video alone, because it is just you gotta be peeping my awful face.
Dog, you got to be peeping this bit.
It's rough, man.
You have to with your eyes see David find his characters. It's a gift and a joy. Also, if you're worried about the whole listening to podcasts with Patreon, the app is so good. You just the audio is in there and you hit play and it has a podcast player within the app. So
even if it doesn't, what it gives you is an RSS feed. You can just pop right into your existing podcast program and it just jumps in there as a private feed for you. So if you use your whatever podcast you use, you can just go add, you can add a private one and it's in there. And it updates automatically. So it works like a normal podcast.
So you'll get the apps early, but just boom, straight
to your phone, and it's your personalized Patreon only feed. It's brilliant. So go definitely if you are a patron, go do that. It's very helpful.
Hell yeah, go give that a whirl.
Give it a gander.
You can also find me at MyPixelPersona on Instagram and Twitter. David, where can people find you? Where are you slanging pipe?
Ugh. You've never set me up for one that's not felt bad before, so I just want to let you know
that one felt pretty good.
That felt pretty bad.
That one felt pretty good. Yeah.
At DCM.
Sorry, just really quickly. Yeah. David is laying pipe at, and then continue.
At DCM Works. It's so hard to sell after that.
Yeah.
We make weekly content that goes a little deeper into pop culture, but doesn't take itself too seriously. So if you like thinking about stuff a little more, but you don't like intellectual douchebags, maybe go check it out. We also do some sort of investigation stuff. We recently uncovered a pretty big conspiracy about one of Australia's largest fantasy authors.
Yep.
And that investigation is ongoing, and we have another investigation.
Ripping back the curtain on the Australian literary space.
One bloody video at a time.
Oh, yeah, dog.
We've got another one coming up soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. Or if you just want to follow me individually, I'm at DCM I Hate Pie. You can go check out my gross tweets there.
Yeah, you can see where he's slaying pipe on his own time.
Slaying pipe. Okay.
Thank you so much for listening. The best thing you can do to spread the word is share it with a friend.
Just tell one person you think would like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Leave a 5-star review wherever you listen to podcasts. That helps people find the show also. Mm-hmm. This has been episode 48, I think. Come back for 49. Love ya. Peace.
Bye.